It's time now for the award-winning #1 local talk show in Northeast Pennsylvania, The Sam Lesante Show. Now here's your host, Sam Lesante.
In the mid-1950s, a little boy from Partysville loved Christmas. It was the best time of the year, as they say. And what he would do all year, he would be preparing for Christmas, working around the house, digging the garden, screening the coal, picking coal, making sure that everything was right. Then it came December, and of course his enthusiasm became even more excitable because he knew Santa Claus was coming that month. Then he and his dad would go into the woods and cut a Christmas tree down, and they'd drag it right into the house, maybe about a week before Christmas. And they would put the tree up. And they would put all these ornaments around it. Underneath the tree, there were homemade villages that his uncle made, who lived in Connecticut. And his mother would put them all down like a little village, have the church, the chapel, everyone was there, little animals. And this little boy was really excited about Christmas. And then his mom and dad, Christmas Eve, told him the importance of Christmas. And he said, Christmas is one thing, but the most important thing about Christmas is that it's the birth of Jesus. An emphasis should be put on the birth of Jesus. Santa Claus is secondary. However, he was still excited. So that Christmas Eve, his parents and all the family, except his grandmother, went to church, and that was tradition. Every year they went to midnight mass. And they would leave like about 7 o'clock, 7:30. And it was interesting because that night it starts snowing. Christmas Eve starts snowing. And the little boy went to the window, looked out the window and saw the beautiful snow coming down, and it was bluish. Looked up and the moon was as bright as it could be. And he heard bells, he actually heard bells, and he says, oh my goodness, it's gotta be Santa Claus. It's gotta be Santa Claus. So he looked and says, it's too early for Santa Claus. What if Santa Claus comes and sees me here? He won't leave any Christmas gifts. So he ran up to his bed upstairs and went in the bed, put the blankets over his head, hoping that Santa Claus would not see him, and fell asleep. The next morning, he got up, came down the steps, and there were some Christmas gifts that Santa Claus left. And he went over to the manger, and he would kneel down in front of the manger, little boy, maybe 6, 7 years old, and he would thank God and say happy birthday to the baby Jesus, and his mom and dad would come out, and of course the festivities would begin. That was a memorable Christmas for me. I was that little boy. And I remember some of the things that family get-togethers, and we all remember things about the holidays. Unfortunately, sometimes we have bad memories, and these memories, we want to get rid of them. Some memories make us happy, some memories make us sad. Whatever they may be, we have to cherish new memories. And I've always told my children and my grandchildren that don't forget about the most important thing about Christmas is the birth of Jesus. And then let's enjoy the holidays. Today I'm at the Laurel Mall, and we're going to talk to various people about their memories and what was exciting about them. And even one person who came into this town, not necessarily a holiday, but he will talk about why he came here in this northeastern Pennsylvania area. So the Laurel Mall is a place for everyone to be this holiday season. It's great, everything is festive. Then we have a surprise guest, and I guess you know who that guest is going to be. We're going to be talking to Santa Claus at the end of the show, and he'll tell us some things that are happening in the North Pole, and he's here every day at the Laurel Mall, and we'll tell you the times he's here. So we're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. So we're continuing our journey here at the Laurel Mall, talking about memories, etc. We're here at Treasure Hunt Kids. And Tina, you're the assistant manager, right?
Yes, I am.
So what was your most memorable Christmas, and what's exciting about Christmas for you, or holidays?
hanging out with family, enjoying memories, decorating, gift giving.
There's something about those times that you spend together that are magical, aren't they?
Yes, there is.
Yeah. And so you feel family was the most important thing in your
Yes,
life?
I do. That and gift giving. I love to see people happy.
We wish we could see a lot of people happy.
I know.
Yeah. And speaking of happy, you have Treasure Hunt Kids here, and there's a lot of happy things here.
Right. We have coats from 0 to 3 months to 18, 20 years old. Beautiful coats, snow suits, pajama sets.
Everything.
We have everything here, and the prices are amazing.
And when you talk, I'm always mentioning about the fact that you know people. This place is owned by great people. They're family oriented, you know, and so that's a great thing. So
Yes.
I'm glad that you shared some of your magical moments as being with your family. And
Family's everything.
Tina, thanks for talking with us.
Thank you.
Okay. So we continue our journey here at the Laurel Mall, talking about memorable experiences and happy holidays, and we're at Cricket now. But before we talk about Cricket and all the great things they have here, I'm with Debbie and I'm with Michelle. Michelle, your most memorable Christmas or holiday?
Oh my gosh, every Christmas is a memorable holiday. Every single one has something special that happened, or I remember specifically about a certain year. But the best thing is when my kids were little, and now I have grandchildren, and I get to relive all those fun things that I did with the kids when they were small.
So it basically boils down is to the family and getting together.
Oh, absolutely. Family is everything.
Talking about, you know, family get-togethers and giving gifts, etc. Cricket has a lot of great things here. Okay, tell me some about things that you have here.
Well, we have the same great coverage as AT&T. We offer no contract, no credit check, no surprises on any of your bills. We state the price and you pay what we say every single time. And if we've heard correctly, Santa, if he has Cricket and you're listening, he can have free calling in Mexico and Canada as he's flying on through and bringing presents.
Good, that's good. Always a great deal here at Cricket, but the fact that, you know, Debbie, you have your people are so personal, we thank you for that. And enjoy your grandchildren.
Oh, thank you, I will.
You're too young to have grandchildren.
Thank you.
That's what they say to me. At least I like to think that. Okay?
You are, it's true.
Okay, we're continuing our journey. Thanks for staying with us, folks. I'm Sam Lesante up here at the Laurel Mall, and we're talking about memorable moments about the holidays and different things and people that are experiencing a lot of great things in this area. And speaking of experiencing a lot of great things in this area, this guy I know for many, many years. Tom, we go back, geez, many, many years.
We go back to 1988,
Honest,
Sammy.
yeah,
That's when I came here.
That's
yes.
it. So tell me, you know, you came to northeastern Pennsylvania, and of course the rest. Why did you decide to come up here?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Well, taking you back in history, I was born and raised in Nebraska on a farm, and I was always going to be a farmer. But that never ever happened. When I got out of school, I went to work for the Maytag company. And Maytag sent me to Philadelphia, the Philadelphia market, which was quite a shock. And from that particular point, I got into business for myself down there and had an opportunity to come up here. A gentleman that I met at different meetings, Leonard Cirillo, who had Leonard TV and Appliance at that time, or Leonard Enterprises they called it. And he kept saying, "Hey Tom, you know, come up. I need somebody to take over my business." So after talking to him probably for a good year, he finally convinced me to come up, and we sat down, and it's been a great move. We've done a lot of things different than what it was before. We've expanded it. At that time, Leonard had basically just appliances and TVs, which we have now. We still have our appliances, which is really our bread and butter. And we've added, through the years since 1988, furniture and mattresses. I leave that up to my wife. She's the one who got me involved in all that, which was a very good move.
Yes, it was an excellent move.
And it's been very, very successful.
Yes, yeah. Good quality furniture. The important thing about Tom that we have is that, you know, you're in downtown Hazleton. Of course, you're up here at the Laurel Mall as well, and you've expanded throughout all of northeastern Pennsylvania in terms of but you're family oriented. I have there's a picture here of your family behind, and you're proud to say, this is my family. So when they're buying from you, they're buying something. They're not buying, offline or whatever.
Exactly.
People, they don't know.
It's so important, Sammy. Your name is so important.
Yes.
You don't have nothing without a name.
Yes.
Okay, and we really, really take pride in that name. And we have a family, and we try to take care of the customers. We have a great business as far as a customer base, and I think that we have that because we do provide a lot of service and a lot of care. We try to give everybody the best value they can get around, believe me. And if they have any problems, we take care of it. And so my grandson, Justin, is basically managing the store downtown. His father, Paul, is down there, and my wife, Marie, is part-time. She used to be all the time, but she's more or less retired.
Well, Tom, let me just say this. I'm going to close with this, folks, is to tell you how great the guy is. My entire home, washer, dryer, microwave, phone, not phone, but stove. My daughter just got stuff delivered from you 2 weeks ago. All our family comes here to Grand Central, and that tells you something. If you have a concern or a problem, Tom is here, the people that are working there. Tom, I'll wish you the best. Really.
Thank you so much, Sammy.
You come from, tell Marie I said hi.
I will do that. Hey, thanks for the
Okay, we're gonna continue our journey now. Hey, I'm with Debbie here from Treasure Hunt up here at the Laurel Mall, and Debbie, we're asking people, like, what is the most memorable Christmas they have? What was your most memorable Christmas?
Probably when my daughter was born, her first Christmas. She was only a baby, but it was just so much fun. And then after gifts were opened in the morning, we went with family. We had dinner with the grandparents, and it was just a good time.
And what do you do now?
Now I'm retired, but I work at Treasure Hunt, and I love it. We have great deals here for the holidays.
It's jam-packed.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
There's such great values here.
What surprises me, and we're talking about memorable Christmases, and we want to make it fun. A lot of people enjoy just going with their family shopping. Okay, and of course, we always try to get the best possible deal to stretch that dollar. And if you want to stretch a dollar, you can stretch it here.
You need to come to Treasure Hunt. We see families come in here all the time.
And they have fun doing it.
They do, from grandparents to parents to the children, grandchildren. And there's something for everyone in this store.
And I mentioned at Treasure Hunt Kids that the ownership here is family oriented.
Absolutely.
They care about the community, they care about their people, and that's great. So it's nice talking with you, Debbie.
You too.
You have a good Christmas.
Thank you so much. You as well.
Okay. Now, when you're at the Laurel Mall, there's certainly a place you're going to have to go and eat, and that's right here at Cafe Europa, okay? Now, they have gelato, and as I'm talking, you will see all the stuff that they have here. I love their pizza, but if you want to get their lasagna, their sausage and peppers, etc., which I also love, their ziti, their salads, they're all here. The gelatos are special. You have to try the gelatos. Now, I found a little girlfriend here. What's your name?
Evelyn.
And Evelyn, what school do you go to?
I go to St. Jude's.
She said, I go to St. Jude's Catholic School. So you know all about the baby Jesus coming, right?
Yeah.
And now, are you excited about Christmas?
Yes, I am very excited.
Are you? Now, how'd you enjoy your pizza here at Cafe Europa?
My pizza was very, very good. I really liked it. Most of the time I come here and eat pizza.
See, I told you this. So you have any brothers or sisters?
No, it's just me.
It's just me, but you are beautiful. And how old are you?
I'm 7.
And you go to St. Jude's, right?
Right.
Well, that's good. So I wish you a very Merry Christmas, and I'm glad that you're going to appreciate what Christmas is all about, okay?
Okay.
All right, thanks for coming on my show.
You're welcome.
Okay, isn't she a doll?
For most of my life, I really wanted to be on TV, and now I'm on TV.
And you're on my show, the Sam Lesante Show.
Yeah.
Where do you live?
I live in Freeland.
7 years old, my co-host for the show. Okay, we're going to travel on. John Ravello, folks, Ravello's insurance agency, have a lot of policies with this guy, but he's family oriented. And we talked about, when I opened the show, John, we're talking about the meaning and spirit of Christmas, in your opinion.
The meaning and spirit of Christmas, Sam, is all about Jesus. Jesus is the reason for the season. And, you know, sometimes that's the most important thing to me. You know, a lot of other people, gifts. Jesus is a gift. And because he is a gift, you know, Christmas is all about giving and also receiving, too. So Jesus is the reason for the season, and that's what I try to keep in the season all the time.
And I notice, you know, sometimes people don't want to talk about that anymore. You know, they want to talk about secular things, and they realize they're missing on the real meaning. But, you know, John, when you have a substance like you have as a person, and you have this insurance company, and you have so many opportunities to help people, you know, and I know one thing, you do it from your heart. You really look at the person, whether it's Medicare, which you're good at, okay, and insurance policies, people reviewing them. You've been great at that.
Yes, thank you, Sam.
I mean, and you have a good crew here that knows what's going on. What are some of the key things that you really specialize here?
Medicare is our specialty, but we do all the other aspects of insurance too. Auto, home, you know, car, business, whatever it is. The purpose of it is to be able to save people some money on their insurance, you know. Apples for apples, you know, not changing anything, not doing anything, you know. There's lots of companies. There's hundreds of companies and there's hundreds of different prices.
And you have that opportunity.
Yeah, because we're brokers, we're able to shop it around and find the best possible price with the same exact coverage as you possibly have now.
Coming from personal experience, you've been able to not only give us, our family, and many of my people I recommended to you, good quality service. And there's a lot of great insurance people around the country, this area, but you've been stellar in what you do, and I want to thank you for that.
Thank you, Sam. We appreciate it.
And keep the good work up. Keep having that belief that, you know, what the real reason for Christmas is. And folks, we're here at Ravello's Insurance, right here at the Laurel Mall, next to the Play Center, where our studio is. And you have any concerns about insurance, this is the guy you want to talk to. Now we're going to continue on. No need to tell you, folks, one of the fastest growing malls in the United States, almost 100% capacity. That's a tribute to the management, the owners, and mall management here, Mr. and Mrs. Aruzo and Lexington, and of course, the owners of this mall that have invested so much money in northeastern Pennsylvania. We appreciate it. 24/7, ssptv.com. You can watch all of our shows. The app is no longer on because we have a new improved website, and when you go there, you'll understand what I'm talking about. And for those of you who do not have cable, which you should, well, go to YouTube and just search SSP TV. Now, to conclude our holiday segment up here at the Laurel Mall, I'm here with, everybody knows this guy, Santa Claus. How are you, Santa Claus?
I'm fine today.
You're fine today. Now, Santa Claus, I know you're a busy man, and you're busy all year. What do you do all year?
We make toys up at the North Pole.
How do you know what toys to make?
Well, we have that little crystal ball that tells us what the kids want.
You have that crystal ball? Yeah. Now, how about all the letters? Now, do you really read all the letters that come to Santa Claus?
Well, I don't read them personally, but I have a group of elves that do, and they mark down so we know how many toys of each one to make, so we can get them out to the boys and girls.
Okay, so now you have to then assemble them. When you start Christmas Eve and you start going all over the world and distributing all the gifts, you know where you're going, of course, right?
Oh, yeah.
How do you know where you're going?
We have everything on navigation today. It's all computerized.
Now, throughout the year, we have your reindeer, and of course, you know, little Rudolph, who guides the sleigh. Who takes care of the reindeer, and how are they all prepared for the adventure on Christmas Eve?
Well, there's a little group of elves that strictly take care of the reindeer in their barn. They feed them, they do everything they need to water them, let them out to play.
The fascinating thing about it is that there's so many children that request a lot of things, and I'm sure you know, even here, you know, that you're at the Laurel Mall, and I'll tell you the times he's here, folks, at the Laurel Mall. But it's interesting to note that sometimes, you know, children get excited and they want a lot of things, okay? How do you know which ones to give them so they don't get upset and, you know, they've asked Santa Claus for so many things, but you can only get so many things?
Well, they kind of go on a grade. Like when we check the list, we got the good, the great, and then we get down to the lower half and the naughty, but we make sure the naughty ones get something anyway.
And that's my other question. Okay, so we have some boys and girls who have been naughty and some been nice. Okay, what do you tell those little boys out and girls out there, and for that matter, even big boys and girls, okay, how to be nice versus being naughty?
Well, that's a little hard to tell. We try to give them a little push. We always got the elf on the shelf that also tells us what they're doing. So we kind of know what to give them.
It must be a hard decision to make.
Oh, it is.
So what does Mrs. Santa Claus do during the year?
Well, besides making them help with the food and taking care of me when I'm not working, so I can keep this up. She's busy with the elves and raising a family up there.
How big is your place?
A couple 100 acres.
That's right. And the reindeer have free will throughout the year?
They come and go as they please.
And I guess you have hundreds of elves working, right?
We have thousands.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I always left cookies and milk. Always. And I know that Santa Claus, would see the crumbs in the morning and the milk was gone. How many cookies and glasses of milk could you eat and drink?
Well, when we slow time down, that also slows everything else down, so we can eat quite a bit.
Yeah. Now, do the reindeer have anything to eat while they're...
They get carrots
Yeah.
and vegetables that people leave out for them.
Tell me about Rudolph. How is he doing?
He's doing good. He's getting pretty good size now.
Is he?
Yeah.
And it's amazing how you all work together, right?
Yeah.
Is it rewarding for you, Santa Claus, to be able to bring gifts to all these nice boys and girls, and even big boys and girls?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. The true spirit of Christmas, sometimes people lose that, but it's something that's nice. Now, I want to tell you, so you can visit Santa Claus, and he has a lot of helpers, just so you know that. There's a lot of helpers that you have in working here, and not only here, but all over the country. Monday and Fridays here from 12 to 8, Saturdays here from 11 to 9, and Sundays here from 12 to 5, right here at the Laurel Mall by the Play Center. And Santa Claus, I'm going to ask you an important question. Please hope the answer is what I want to hear. Was I a good boy this year?
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good, okay.
But we also do pet pictures, too.
Oh, you do? Yeah. So I could bring my little Bichon Gucci here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's great. So that's a good remembrance for them, right?
Yeah.
Well, Santa Claus, I wish you a lot of good health. Okay, you must be how many years? Oh, God knows, hundreds of years old.
I can't tell you that.
You look pretty good for that age. But I hope that your Christmas is going to be safe and you'll be able to take care of as many good people as possible.
So do I.
Okay. Folks, we're here at the Laurel Mall talking to Santa Claus. Hope you enjoyed the show. Thought I'd do a little twist this year, talking about the people and, some of their memories that they had and what's familiar in their lives. And then, of course, it's a family orientated up here at the Laurel Mall, as you can see from the people we talk to. You're not dealing with corporations, you're not dealing with phone numbers, you're not dealing with people you don't know. You're dealing with people that are here and care about you. All I can say is I wish all of you a very great Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. Any holiday you celebrate, I wish you the best. And thanks for tuning us in every day here on SSP TV. Merry Christmas.